The European Union has committed to first reduce by half the number of deaths and serious injuries by 2030, but also to the so-called Vision Zero, that is not anybody being killed or seriously injured on the road by 2050. For doing that, they need to apply the so-called safe system. That means acting on all levels of road safety: behavior, infrastructure, vehicle, post-impact care. And as part of behavior, of course, the European Union also looks at drink driving. Some of the competencies, like, for example, the installation of alcohol interlocks for recidivist offenders, are more a competence of the member states, but we believe that the European Union should also take action for the global EU, for all the countries, and set a common limit for everybody, but also mandate alcohol interlocks for all professional drivers. The alcohol interlock is a very simple instrument that asks the driver to blow into the system before taking a trip. If the alcohol is above the limit, the vehicle will not start. The European Union has had an important role in the alcohol interlock legislation development, because there is a regulation from 2019, the so-called General Safety Regulation, which says that from 2024, all new vehicles need to be adaptable to accept an alcohol interlock. Before, that was not automatic. Basically, when we look at the number of deaths in the European Union, well, 20,400 in 2024, which means that every 3 days it's 150. It's like a Boeing 737 having an accident every 3 days with no survivors. Important factors in these collisions are drink driving and speeding. Drink driving is responsible of up to 20% in deaths in the European Union, but also speeding. Speeding is a problem that is often underestimated. You think that you will get there substantially earlier, whereas the savings sometimes are just a few seconds, and you tend to underestimate the risks, which are very high. Just to say, in urban areas, for example, if you are doing 50 kilometers an hour and there is a collision between a pedestrian and a vehicle, at 50 kilometers an hour, in 90% of cases, the pedestrian will die. If the speed, instead of 50, is 30, well, in most cases, the pedestrian will survive. So the difference between 50 and 30 is not just a matter of figures, it's a matter of a difference between life and death. And this is why many local authorities are moving from 50 to 30.